It is Monday, February 27th. This is the City of Syracuse Assessment Board of Assessment Review. I wanted to call the meeting to order. Do I have a motion to do that?
Motion, yeah.
And second? Second. Okay. Actually, I'm sorry, prior to that, let's do a roll call.
Carl Masterpole.
Joe Saya.
Chuck Fady.
Susan.
Okay, now do I have a motion to open the meeting?
Motion to open the meeting.
You can come up, Mr. Roth. You can come up.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Is this where I sit or here?
Either way, wherever.
And meeting's open. How are you?
Very good.
Good.
I think I'm going to take this phone out of my pocket if you don't.
Okay. So I know we've got, I'm going to swear you in, but just wanted to kind of get set up here. I know we got a bunch of properties, I think 37, do we?
39.
39 or
Yeah.
39.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So, how do you want to do this?
So what I'd like to do is start with an opening statement that encompasses all 39 properties. And then when that's done, I'll be glad to, or you can interrupt me or at the end ask questions. I have a couple new thoughts on valuation. Then I'd like to go through the 39 properties alphabetically, if that's possible.
Okay. Yep, and we probably have it in that order.
And
Yep.
most of them, if there's no, I don't have too many comments on most of them. Everything is really here. There's a couple comments on the bottoms that I've written in, not on your copies, but on mine, where the actual doesn't meet the OnGov. So in other words, OnGov has 2.5 bathrooms when there's only 2 bathrooms.
Okay.
So
We got some inventory questions.
And then the packets are basically all the same, and I can describe it now, which is the...
All right, well, let me
Okay.
swear you in.
Okay,
Then. Let's do
good.
that. I think that's enough, and
Yeah.
I think I can handle it from there as far as reading in and what
Okay.
have you.
Good.
So if you could raise your right hand, state your name for the record.
Norman Roth.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Okay, thank you for that. All right, so why don't we go ahead, and I understand exactly what your process is, so that's great. And so why don't we do the general statement, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. So I have a general statement that applies to basically all of the 39 properties. It's really an introduction, and it encompasses 4 different points or different thoughts here today. So originally, when many of the assessments were done by the City of Syracuse assessor, or assessors plural, there was something called cheap, crazy money. That's not my term, that's others' term. And that was about 3% interest. Now it's, I wrote here 6%. I wrote this a week ago, and actually reading the Syracuse newspaper yesterday, and I'll leave this right in front of you, it's 6.5. That was from the Post-Standard yesterday. So,
Let me just, can you clarify crazy money?
crazy money is 3%, 3.5%, 4% mortgages. It was so low, the interest rates were so low that many times investors were they didn't care what they were paying.
Okay.
Okay?
Are we into non-crazy money now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
No, and I wasn't.
Yeah.
joking.
No,
So, yeah, you're back to a normal interest rate. is what you're
Right,
saying.
and inside of the packages, and I don't know who has seen what, and we put a chart in here. In each one of the properties, the 39 properties, there's a chart that shows the interest rate every 2 weeks for the period of time. And it's interesting, and I don't know exactly when the assessments by the city were done, but it typically was done in the cheap, crazy money phase, as opposed to in the last 2 months, or 3 months, or 4 months.
Okay, so let me just ask real quick.
Yes.
I think I asked you this the other day. So there were some of these properties that were increased, but most of what Norm is bringing is stuff that hasn't been recently increased.
Right. Some have, some haven't. There's a multitude of,
So the 39 that I'm bringing
Are they
today
all
all have been increased.
in the last, just this year?
Yes.
Oh.
In fact, to be, and I'm going off the top of my head now, 56 were increased. I'm only bringing 39 of the 56.
Okay, so 56 were increased, proposed for this year
Yes,
from last year.
yes,
Okay, and okay, so,
yeah.
Okay.
56 were increased, 39 I'm here with today, and I thought they were they increased too much. The other, if you look at the balance, which if you take 56 minus 39, that makes 17, I believe, if I can do my math. I'm not grieving.
right. Now, you did just say, though, that you thought that the city did most of their assessments back in crazy money,
Yes.
but these were just increased, it was...
This is in the 12-month period, since the last year grievance, they started working on them.
Well, yeah, but the Fed started increasing early last year as far as rates were concerned. So,
Yeah, but-
yes, I understand.
So maybe the rates went from 3.5 to 4.5 as opposed to 6.5.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Yeah, there were obviously I don't expect the assessment office to do the entire, whatever they're going to do, all in the last 60 days from today, going back. They have a 12-month period, they have to. But then again, by doing that makes inaccuracies because it was a much lower interest rate when many of these 39 were done.
Well, yes, I think they're smart enough to watch the news, though, and they knew that, like everybody else, that once the Fed started increasing, they were going to continue to increase on into 2023. So I'm not
Okay.
trying to dispute your point, but
Okay.
the whole world knows that the Fed was going to get into the sevens as far as mortgage rates, and then they were going to cease. So I'm gonna put it on you that you knew that, and
Okay.
but go ahead.
Okay, so in each one of the packages is, like I said, the interest rate chart that shows how it went from 322, basically, I'm sorry, from 120 to 322, 120 to 322. Okay. So, and then when these interest rates were changing, dealing as a real estate broker, and I know you are too, what we found was the banks were giving extended periods of, they were extending out the interest rates for a small fee, locking them in at the lower rate.
Sure.
So that extended it, and it distorted the cheap, crazy money for a longer period of time.
Okay.
Okay, so the comparables analyzed by closing dates and mortgage terms because of the forward interest rates. I'm saying, unless you really, in terms of comparables, know what the closing interest rate was, it's very difficult to have comparables, because something might have closed at a 3.5%, whereas today, when the interest rates are 6.5%, it's a whole different story. And that's my main point of cheap, crazy money. Okay. Now I'm going to move on to the next point, which is the functional obsolescence. The definition of functional obsolescence in real estate describes a property that is decreased in functionality due to an outdated design which may impact the market value of a property. So what I have here in these 39 are historically, they were built about 100 years ago, some a little bit more, some actually 149, call it 150 years now, and some 90 years ago. But by and large, they were Victorian era homes. And by that, what do I mean? Multiple small rooms, because at that time there was a heating and lifestyles were different than they are today. The fact that we've gone from the old heating systems to the forced air system allows us to have a totally different housing as opposed to the Victorian era. And why this is so important is because currently, and I was just talking with John Black about this, the purpose-built student housing that's existing on the Hill, there's about 3,000 units right now. And I'll explain those. That's, for example, 505 Walnut, the Theory Building, the U Point Building, 1 Park Place, Aspen Heights, Campus East, Campus West, and Copper Beach. Approximately 3,000 beds. We all know that. But what we all don't know is, in terms of planned, or what's planned in terms of purpose-built, there's another 3,000 beds or more. Some are in the process of being built, some are going through planning, some have been approved, they have all the entitlements, and those are CODA, which is the new building. They have fencing up, they haven't started the demolition on the South Krause in East Genesee, the Standard by Landmark, where Temple Concord is, that's still going through the permitting process, the Laurel by Gilbane, which is being built as we speak, Opus, which has not been entitled yet, where East Genesee Grand is, the Michaels Group, which is being permitted now, which is across from 505 Walnut, CA Ventures, where the Round Church is in the 700 block of East Genesee. That's approximately 3,000 more beds. John was asking me about the competition. I'm not here saying the competition is what's killing me. I'm saying is when you have 6,000 beds, purpose-built student housing beds, what's going to happen is the Syracuse University students, the experience is different there. What the experience is, and I'm going to go over the list, but it's a total different experience. When you have 1,000 or 2,000, maybe 3,000, it doesn't directly impact the student body, the non-student body, the people that live off campus. But when you have 6,000, what happens is 6,000 is now the majority of beds. And why is that? Because there's not 6,000 beds in my area. There's more beds in the 6,000 than in my area. So the competition is as follows. Large bedrooms now become the demand. That's what the student needs and wants. Why? Because students are coming from Long Island, Massachusetts, Connecticut, New Jersey, wherever, and they want a queen bed or a king bed. My housing doesn't allow for a queen or king. If you put a queen bed in, there's no room for a desk or dresser in many of these rooms. And in each one of these packages, there is a floor plan. And you could look at the floor plans so to make sure that I'm not exaggerating. Most of the bedrooms that are coming from the Victorian era, if you include the closet or you don't include the closet, they're typically 11 by 10, 10 by 9, if they're in apartments. They're so small that if you put a queen bed in, you can't put anything else in. And what these college students really want is a queen or king bed. Bathroom parity. What is bathroom parity? Bathroom parity is when you have a full bathroom and to a full bedroom. So in other words, what they're building and have been building, and I could give you the answer on each one of the projects, but every single one of the new projects has bathroom parity, 100%. That's one bathroom, one bedroom. Why is this so important? Well, the kids are coming from Long Island, New Jersey. They're used to that. That's number one. But number two, when we had COVID-19, That was the whole big thing. Nobody wants to share a bathroom. They're afraid of sharing a bathroom. And it just became the norm. And when you have 6,000 opposed to whatever the number is, 4,000, 5,000, that's the new norm. It's the new majority. Okay, walk-in closets. That sounds ridiculous sitting here, and I read the comments from people in the university area. Why are these students demanding their own bedroom, their own bathroom, walk-in closets? They are, and they're
How many kids do you have in a bedroom?
one. Yeah. The bedrooms, a lot of the bedrooms are 8 by 9, 9 by 10, 10 by 11. We only they're coming from Long Island. They would never live. They grew up one person. The dormitories, why SU dormitories are hurting because they put 2 people in. When I say SU, ESF, upstate, everybody puts 2 in to make more money. We couldn't do it. They wouldn't work. And when I go through, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and I think you had said that we're still around 3,000 beds right now prior to these things being built, and I think you said that was handleable.
Because it's not the majority. Because I'm guessing what's on the east side is maybe 4,000. But when you go to 6,000, that's the new majority.
And when do you expect that?
Well, right now, for example, Laurel is over 50% leased. They're building it, but it's over 50% leased. I would say, Coda, which is on the corner of South Krause and East Genesee, they're going to be open in a year. They're opening a rental office for, to start renting. They're renting off rental offices. That's what they're doing. They're signing a lease this week to open up their rental office next March 1st, March 15th, the latest April 1st. So I don't have an exact date, but...
Sounds like it might be a good time to exit.
Well, we're going to get to that. I've got everything here. Okay, so we got the closets because many of the students, and this is a little bit sexist, more women than men, they're wanting these huge walk-in closets. They want accommodation for their outfits. Okay, large combined social area, kitchen, living room, dining room. What am I offering? I'm offering small living room, small dining room, small kitchen. What are they offering? Big open space. That's what people want. If you're looking in your own personal house, you're looking to do that. That's what the students want. They want to congregate in one big space. We can't do that because our rooms are small, they're divided up, and most of the walls are structural walls. So unless we took the walls down and put in headers, we're not going to be able to do that. Security. That's become a real big concern in the last 12 months, really 24 months, way more. We've had so many break-ins in the university area. Think about it. I don't know if any of you are familiar with any of the purpose-built student housing. They have one entry. That entry has keypad. That entry has cameras. Some of them have a full-time person that works there, that directs that door. We have Victorian-style homes, multiple entries, 3 entries, 2 entries. We have windows that are on the first floor. So if you have a 2-family house and you have first floor windows and windows in the basements, which we've done 100% of our basements glass block windows so people cannot break in. We've done 100% of our buildings with thermopane windows that are much more difficult to break and walk through. They still break thermopane windows and climb through. What they're doing at these large projects is they're selling security. How do they do that? Well, believe it or not, they have touch-tone pads, cameras, people at the front doors, but they also have bus shuttles. Those bus shuttles are for lazy students, but they're also sold to the parents as security. Your child doesn't have to, it's dark out, they jump on the shuttle, okay? That's how it's being sold. We don't have shuttles, obviously. We're renting $400 a bedroom, $1,200 for 3 bedroom. We can't have a shuttle. They're marketing covered secure parking. What is covered secure parking? That's parking that you're not on the street, you're not on a driveway, it's secure, there's cameras, there's locks. Why is that important? We have so many car break-ins in the university area. I'm sure the whole city has break-ins, and nobody wants break-ins, but up in the university area, there's a ton of break-ins. And then finally, amenities. What are amenities? Well, the latest project has a heated swimming pool. Many of the projects have hot tubs, they have free coffee rooms, they have computer rooms, they have, I've seen just about everything you can imagine.
Gyms?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot. They all have gyms. Yes, they all have gyms. Thank you. So, what do we have? Okay. We have Victorian style homes. They're lovely homes. They're, incredible to look at. I love historical buildings. I just came back from St. Pete, Florida. I was there last week. I went to the American Arts and Crafts Museum. Spectacular. And they have a movie on Gustav Stickley, and it's about an hour-and-a-half movie. And in that movie, I would tell you this, 5 or 6, it's all about Syracuse. And it's well worth going just to see the movie. Yeah. Starting with the Gustav Stickley house, which I used to own and sold to the Audis. It's just an incredible museum and movie. But that doesn't sell to these kids. The kids don't care. They don't want the small bedrooms because they cannot accommodate their queen beds or king beds. And someone said, and we've had this problem, a king bed, you can't even get it into the house, much less get it into the bedroom. So the kids don't want the twin beds, they want the queen beds.
Let me just interrupt you for a second.
Sure.
These new builds that are going up, are they taxable?
It depends. Some have the 45A, some are seeking CITA. Most of them are not. I mean, maybe a small portion, but
A small portion
like
or what?
are taxable because most of them got the 45A where, they left a piece of it up and, took commercial into put in residential.
I'll answer. There's not one that's fully taxable.
Right.
Not one that I know of. Okay? I studied on vacation. I brought the OSIDA agreement with Aspen Heights, for example. That was through the OSIDA. The others are CITA or 485s.
I don't think you're understanding what a vacation is supposed to be.
Good point. I'm leaving on the 11th. You're right. Actually, I worked on this on vacation.
Yeah.
So what are we offering in these Victorian houses? We're offering small bedrooms. Next, 1 bathroom. Rarely do we have more than 1 bathroom. Maybe on OnGov we do, but not in reality. We do not. We have 1 bathroom. We have no walk-in closets. In fact, many of ours have inadequate storage. We have no large common area space, kitchen, living room, dining room, 1 room. We don't have those great rooms. We have small rooms, living room, dining room. Some have dining rooms. Some of the dining rooms have been converted to bedrooms. And so we have 1 room and a kitchen, typically. Lack of security. Why do we have lack of security? We have deadbolts. We have glass block windows in every basement window. We have double pane windows in every window. But we don't have cameras. We don't have keypads. We don't have people at the front door. We certainly don't have the shuttle bus. Those first floor windows are just amazing. Over Thanksgiving break, we have a house on Greenwood. I don't even know how they did it. They broke a thermopane window and climbed in through the broken glass. They must have taken a bat. And this was, the feet off the ground was about, I'd say 5 feet off the ground. So how they got up that high, obviously it had to be a team of people to push someone through.
Let me ask something else. How
Sure.
many students are enrolled full-time, part-time at SU on a yearly basis?
I'm going to guess. You want to guess?
What I'm trying to determine is how many beds are needed.
I could find that. I'm going to guess graduate and undergraduate, I'm going to guess 15,000. There's, the other piece of this is Syracuse University has 9,000 beds, approximately.
Okay.
So if you take 15 minus 9 is 6. Okay? That's a rough number.
So we might have, after these 3 are built to make 6 plus 9, maybe we've got 20,000 beds around the university area.
Yeah.
And we've got 15,000 students.
Yeah. Yeah, give or take. Lack of coverage, secure parking. So many of our houses have inadequate parking because of the green space zoning rules. So people are parking on the street in many cases and getting tickets, getting cars hit, cars broken into, you name it.
I think you've illustrated the fact that you cannot and are not going to compete with the new things that are being put up.
Okay, so here's the point I'm trying to make. Our tenants are now converting our units from 3 bedrooms to 2 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms to 1 bedroom. How do they do that? So 2 people will rent a 3-bedroom apartment. And I have a list here as an example of 3 bedrooms. I have a 3-bedroom small house. 2 people rent it. They use one of the bedrooms. They put the desks in. They have a dressing room in there, that sort of thing. 556 Columbus, as an example, an apartment. The bedrooms are too small. They use the living room as the bedroom. They use another bedroom, and then they have 2 rooms that are used as dressing, study rooms, that sort of thing. Because the beds are so large, they take up the entire room. I have a whole list as an example, and when we go through, I can tell you. 2 bedrooms, a lot of 2 bedrooms are being rented by one person, and used. 1 bedroom is a bedroom, 1 bedroom is a dressing room, a study, what have you. Dressing room, closet. They put
Has
up
that made an effect on the rental
rents.
amount?
Absolutely. It puts a cap on the rent. What can 1 person pay versus 2 people? What can 2 people pay versus 3 people? I see it right now. That's what's happening. Yes. So when I have 1 person renting, for example, 112 Dell number 2, who works at Syracuse University, who said to us, if you raise my rent, I got to leave. I said, well, get a roommate. I don't want a roommate. The place, it doesn't work that way. So I have 2 bedrooms. The person's using it as a 1 bedroom. So do I keep the tenant? Do I raise the rent? What do I do? It's a cap. It's a new cap. Absolutely. That's the point I'm trying to make. 412 Cherry Street, which is in here. I used to rent it. There's 3 bedrooms, a larger bedroom, and then 2 small bedrooms. One is so small, the question is if it's even legal. It's so small. I've stopped renting it as a 3-bedroom. I've now called it a 2-bedroom. And 2 people rent it, and I have a little study. But that's the wave. That's where we're going, because these are functionally obsolete. So,
In closing,
that's only point number 2. I have 2.5 hours today, gentlemen and ladies.
I hear you.
No, that's the biggest. It's something that if you're not in the market and you don't hear it and see it, you don't think of it, because
You brought up some good points. There's no question about that.
yeah.
That we're going to have to look into and see how valid they are. It's going to come down to, an income approach scenario, and that we've got to go through each one and see.
Right, I agree. So the purpose-built, what's amazing to me, and I'll move on to the functional obsolescence. I never could understand why, and John Black was just asking me, is it competition? So on the low end, we have, it's 404 University Avenue. That building is probably one of the lowest rents. It's a little bit under $900, which includes utilities, all utilities, free Wi-Fi, furnished, free parking. And at $900, that's very competitive price. And the others around $1,000, $1,100, depending on the configuration. 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, and they're all over the place. But in my own mind, when I used to think to myself, why would people even pay that, $1,000, including everything, versus my $400 or $450? And the answer is because it's purpose-built. It's built to their needs, what they're looking for, what they want. And that's really the answer. And I'll move off.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Do what I want you to
Yeah.
feel comfortable that you had your complete say.
Yeah. So now moving on to capitalization rates. And everybody has obviously their opinion, and that's what makes investments. What is a reasonable capitalization rate for these properties? I inserted in here an income and expense, and I used 2 different capitalization rates. I used an 8 cap on all of them. I showed you what that yields, and I used a 9 cap, and I showed you what that yields. People who are brokers and appraisers look at a line of demarcation. I don't know what you use, and I think Ackerman Avenue and closer is the best. Those are the best locations. That's an 8 cap. I think Lancaster going east and out of perimeter areas is a 9 cap. That's my opinion. I'm not sure that's true. At least that was my opinion before I went on vacation. Now I come back and I see loan constant. What is a loan constant? So that's a definition of the annual payment, including the interest and the principal. So if you take a 20-year 6% interest, and now it's 6.5%, you get a loan constant of 8.597. Okay, why would someone buy an 8 cap when the constant is 8, basically almost 9? Certainly with a 6.5, it's a 9. So I'm not even sure an 8 cap is correct. I don't know if a 9 cap is correct. I'm not sure if it's really a 10 cap nowadays. But I'm throwing that out there. I know you deal with buyers or investors. They're looking at, why would I lose money if I buy this property unless I can refinance and I know the interest rates are going down? I don't know. I mean, it's really.
Well, and the Fed is probably going to increase another full percentage point before they're done. So it is going to get worse as far as the cap is concerned, in my opinion.
Okay. So then, I mean, you have, obviously for this exercise and for all exercise, you have to pick some cap rate. But the point is, I'm not sure an 8 cap is even relevant as we sit here today. It might be 9 and 10. Okay. Next, owner-occ versus rental. What are we seeing in the university area? We're seeing owner-occs. Let me go back. Historically, we saw investors, everybody complained, oh, these terrible investors are coming in and paying way more than an owner-occ, and an owner-occ can't compete. That's reversed. What are we seeing today? We're seeing owner-occs paying more than investors. Why? Because they can, because they need housing. An investor doesn't have to buy a house on Ackerman or Lancaster or Euclid. It's not like they have to do it. They might want to, and they might do it, but they don't have to. Have to is an owner-occ. Owner-occ has to live someplace. If they're moving to Syracuse from, say, California, and they sold their house and they have a pocket of cash, they are moving here for a job, say. They need to live in a house. They can't live in a hotel for 12 months. So what I'm here to tell you about what we do, and partially because our fear of being vacant or having vacancies, finding a group that will rent from us, we start And the market on the Hill off campus is everybody starts the first week of September leasing. So why do we do it? Because the competition does it. We typically rent for 6 months, 7, 8, 9 months. Then we get into our turnover season and hoping, and that starts in June, by the way, June, July, and August, hoping that we're 100% leased so we can wear a different hat. We're not renting, we're turning the apartments. But when you think about that, what does that mean? That means if you're out, if I have a property and I'm trying to rent it, September, I'm showing it, it might be, let's say by October 1st there's a signed lease. So I have October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. So that's 8 months plus 12 months. So 8 and 12 is 20. That means if I put that property on the market, who's going to buy it? Only an investor, not an owner-occ. No owner-occ is going to wait 20 months not knowing, A, what the interest rate is, B, they're only buying it to live in it, so most mortgages wouldn't even allow what we're proposing. Why sell? How do you sell? And then finally, if you're an owner-occ coming here from California, and let's say you decide to purchase in the future because you love the house and the price is right, but you don't know if the students that live there are going to destroy the house. So, I mean, it's not a common occurrence to sell a house that's rental to an owner-occupant. Speaking as a broker, it just typically doesn't happen unless it's way below market or some special circumstance. The result is the owner-occupant right now on the Hill is the best buyer. They're going to pay the asking price or they're going to pay the market. And, the old days of the cheap, crazy money where the investor bid it up and it's just not happening anymore. Okay, so those are my 4 points, and I'm just going to give a quick conclusion on the 4 points. I think the best determinant, as you said, John, is the income approach on these properties. I've included all the expenses on the properties, what I consider the real expenses, what we put on our income tax return. Just because OnGov says there's 3 bedrooms in a lot of our apartments or 2 bedrooms in a lot of our apartments, that doesn't mean that we have 3 people living there. That doesn't mean we have 2 people in a 2-bedroom or 3 people in a 3-bedroom because the functional obsolescence.
And I understand that, but is OnGov correct with respect to the inventory?
Well, there are some that are incorrect, and I've made notes, and I'll go through that. Not notes on yours, but notes on mine.
Okay.
Okay? Yes. And then again, today with this 6% interest rate, 6.5%, as of that was in Sunday's newspaper yesterday. The content of basically 8 and 8.6 out of the 6% 20-year. Therefore, I don't even think the 8 cap should be used. I guess is where I'm arguing against myself, where I put 8% there. And then when we're looking at comps, we really should look at, if we're using comps, we should know what the interest rate that the lender closed at with the buyer. And then finally, many of these valuations were performed, like I say, 11 months ago. The assessor's office was using a lower interest rate then. They might have known or thought that it was going to go up, but still they had to use what they had at hand. And again, with the market flux, I think there's a lot of sellers that would like to sell, but they know they can't get what they used to be able to get, and as a result of that, they're not putting their properties on the market. It's a very strange time. If you look at the inventory, what's available for sale, you'd think everybody wants to stay in Syracuse for the rest of their lives. Why they don't put them on the market? My guess is because they go to a real estate agent or a broker and they're told, you can't get that anymore. You're not going to get that number. That was at 4% interest. So that's my conclusion.
Okay. Are you still purchasing property?
I haven't purchased anything in 3 years.
Okay.
I think I looked it up, 3.5 years. My last purchase was 544 Columbus.
And so you're maintaining your portfolio, not selling nor buying?
Correct. I haven't sold anything on my portfolio. I haven't bought anything on my portfolio.
In the last 3 years or so?
It's,
That's just a point of information.
yeah,
Curiosity.
I could look at the exact date on Columbus.
No, that's fine. No problem. Ann, is there anything you want to say before we get into the individual properties?
I will just say, I know that Mr. Roth discussed some of these properties, or all of them, with Matt, and I do have some recommendations. And are these where we believe that the inventory is incorrect? Do we already have? Okay, so did you tell him that? Okay, so there's some properties on here, so, but if we have incorrect inventory, I definitely need to know that. So,
Could I just make
Yeah.
what I did discuss with Matt, 14 properties.
okay,
Those, what I said, were the most egregious. He said, let me see if I can, I don't want to misquote him, but I think what he said was, if I can get to it before the hearing,
right.
I'll do that. If I can't, you still have to go, you have to fill out the paperwork for
Right.
the hearing.
Okay.
That's what I believe he said.
Okay, because I do have some recommendations for some of these, so once the,
As I was going to ask for a cup of coffee.
I'm texting.
will you, yeah, we'll get some.
I already put another pot on when I went down there, so it just needs.
I'd love a cup of water.
Yep. No problem.
Thank you.
You're going to bring some more coffee.
Okay. If you want to read, just, we'll go through any type of inventory corrections, I'll make a note of it, and then I'll just kind of do my blanket at the end.
Yeah, well, I think that's a good idea. Okay, so just to go back, you said you wanted to read them in alphabetically. It appears that that's the way the city has them and in the files, so we'll be able to accommodate that. And so what I'll do is read in each property, basically the numbers, address and numbers, and then we'll see, what you want to say individually.
Okay. Thank you very much. I see you do have the lease. To save a couple trees, we put one lease that we use on all the properties, but we've copied the front page of each lease in these properties. So if it's a two-family, you have both leases. If it's a one-family, you have one lease. But it's just, we photocopied what you have is just the front page, and that's the actual lease there.
Yeah, I put it at the front folder so that you would have it right away.
No problem.
Do you want to just walk through and see what you have in one package, and then I can...
Okay,
It's the same for each.
Yep, this is 614 Ackerman Ave in Clarendon. So what I have is the application, the petition, or the application, which I will read in. It looks like I got a couple copies of that. And then it looks like I've got some property information on Ackerman, and then I have a floor plan, and then I have a lease here for the front page of the lease. I have your analysis on the interest rates. I have the income and expenses for 2021 and 2022. I have a closed listing of a comp, and another comp, so I've got a few comps, very, as your files always are, very complete with a lot of information, which is good. And then we have the full lease that you were talking about.
So just on the bottom of the income and expense, we also put the, using the 8 cap and the 9 cap for each year.
Got it.
We did that for each of the property, of the 39 properties.
Excellent. Yep, no, you're always very thorough, and that is greatly appreciated. So let me just read in then the numbers. As far as 614 Ackerman Ave and Clarendon. So is this a one-family?
Yes.
Okay. So that's, I just want to clarify between ones and twos and threes.
Sure.
And I'm going to ask you for land values. If you have them, great.
Yep, I
If you
should
don't,
have
that's okay too. Current tentative assessed value, $195,000. Okay, so that's a full market value of $302,326. Land value on that?
15.5.
15.5. And petitioner believes the fair market value is $250,000, which would be an assessed value of $161,250. And it looks like you bought the property for $42,000 in January of 2015. So with, basically, that's what I'll do for each property. Just check on a recent sale along with the numbers, and then for a sale, and then turn it over to you for some individual comments.
This one, I'm glad you realized the date it was purchased. This has been, the assessment has gone up 3 times in 7 years, okay? Very unusual, I think. It's a good location, I have to say that. If it was 8 or 9 or 9 or 10 cap, I would say it's the better of the 2 caps, okay?
Okay.
So, having said that, that's about all my comment. I mean, the one families, whether it's, if you look at it as most, myself, I look at if it's an investment, you know, you could look at what the 8 cap yields. We have the 2 years, so you can average in case we use cash accounting so that it averages out. So 1 year might be higher than the other, but on the 8 cap, it's still, you know, you're looking at, you know, never even approaching 250. 1 year 246, 1 year 238 are the 2 highs. So from an income approach, most landlords would never pay, you know, in this market right now, thank you very much, you're talking 5 bedrooms, 4 on the second floor, 1 on the first floor. You know, 250 is $50,000 a bedroom.
Okay. Okay. Let's go on to the next one then, which is 948 Ackerman Avenue. Is this a one-family?
Yes.
Okay. It says residence, but I just wanted to clarify
Sure.
that stuff. I have a current tentative assessed value of $136,000. And do we have a
Land is 15.3.
15,300? Let's see here. That would be a market value of $210,853. Petitioner believes the fair market value is $160,000, which would be an assessed value of $103,200. And I just wanted to check and see on a purchase of that property. I have June of 2007, $108,000. Okay.
This is a one-family house that has one bathroom, not 1.5 bathrooms that you have on OnGov. It's very, very difficult to rent because it's in the 900 block, which is really a little bit past where students go. 948 is up by the corner there. But the biggest deterrent to renting this house is there's no off-street parking. You have to park on the street. This is the only house, I'm told, that they raised the assessments in the 900 block. They stopped in the 800 block. When I brought it to Matt's attention, he said, oh, and then he thought about it and he said, well, maybe because it was a 418 and you requested that the 418s be changed to what they legally are, which are 210s. We looked at it and therefore we just figured we would, he didn't have, that was his opinion. He didn't know for a fact. But in any case, this is the only house that was increased, one or two family in the 900 block of Ackerman this year. And the biggest deterrent, the biggest downside is the no parking at all. It's very, very difficult to park on the street. So you really have to park a block away or find people to rent it with no car.
Okay.
And then again, if I direct you to the NOI. I know I said Ackerman is an 8 cap. So if you look at the 8 cap, we, the highest at the 8 cap is 110 or 119, just round numbers. So not, and then again, looking 4 bedrooms is $40,000 a bedroom without off-street parking in that type of location.
Okay. If I could just, and I know it's in here, but for my quick notes.
Sure.
614 Ackerman, what's the monthly rent?
That one is $3,000, I believe. Yes.
That's $3,000 a month. And all these are, the tenant pays their own utilities?
That's correct.
Okay. So $3,000 plus on that one family. And then if I could ask on 948.
Then I have to go to the lease.
Yeah, that's fine. And we can do that too, but just
Yeah,
for my note taking.
sure. I'm looking at the lease in front of me. It's what is 1,800 divided by? It's $450. $450 a bed, 4 people.
Well, give me the total.
Oh, 1,800.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I apologize.
Yep. 1,800. And how do you work the utilities there?
Tenant pay, everything we're dealing with today, the tenant pays all utilities.
Okay.
Yes.
1,800 plus there.
Yes.
All right, very good. Okay, and I made the note of the no off-street parking, and I apologize, but was there anything glaring on 614, like no off-street parking?
No, that has parking.
Just wanted to make sure I
Yeah.
didn't miss anything there.
No.
All right, very good. And so, Ann, you're going to interject when there's an inventory
Well,
thing,
when Mr. Roth,
recommendation or something?
yes, yep.
Okay. So do you want me to ask you on each one if you have something to say? But
No.
you'll just shoot it in there then?
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
All right, very good.
yeah, so OnGov says, OnGov says there's 1.5 baths, there's only
Okay.
1 bath.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, and she'll make a note of the inventory stuff.
And if you'd like to have someone or yourself look at it,
Is there, do you know if Codes has like the diagram in their records? Like for, in articles of suitability, or
that's not codes,
certificate.
it's zoning, but yes.
There's that, yeah, but it's all in there?
Yes.
Okay.
It's actually attached.
In there, okay.
Yeah,
All right,
sure.
yeah.
You have it right there.
Okay,
So the bathroom is on the second floor.
Okay.
and there's no bathroom on the first floor.
Got it.
You got
Okay.
it right there.
All right.
But if you still want to verify, I'll be
Okay.
happy to.
All right.
Okay. 108 Avondale Place. And is this a one-family?
Yes.
Okay. One family. Current tentative assessed value, $120,000. Land value in?
13.6.
13,600. That would be a market value of $186,047. Petitioner believes the fair market value is $150,000, which would be an equatable assessed value of $96,750. And then we have a purchase price back in January 2012 of $25,000. Okay.
So OnGov has this property as 2.5 bathrooms. If you look at the floor plan that's attached, there's only 2 bathrooms. And one of the bathrooms on the first floor, you have to walk through what's a bedroom. So yes, there's 2 full baths. One is attached to one of the bedrooms on the first floor. So 4 bedrooms on the second floor and a bath there. And
What do we have for rents?
the rent is, the total monthly rent. I'm gonna go to, not pulling there, no. Why is my link not coming in here? I don't like that. Well, I am embarrassed, I don't see it. But it from, oh, here it is. It's it's 2,000 a month. So that's what I was gonna guess. So looking at the, and this again is a 9, in my opinion, a 9 cap area, not an 8 cap area. So the 9 cap for the 2 different years is the 68,000 versus 1 year and 88,000 another year.
Okay. See that?
This one.
Okay. Next up we have is 134 Bassett Street. Is this a one-family?
This is a 3-family, a legal 3-family. It was a 1-family cut to a 3-family, and it's on, the bedrooms are on 2 floors, floor 1, floor 2, which the result of that is it's really, the first floor is a 2-bedroom, the second floor has a 1-bedroom and a studio on it. So it's not, you know, they're very small apartments.
Okay.
Okay?
Just for numbers, we've got a current tentative assessed value of $110,000 with a land value of
10,000.
10,000. Okay, the equatable market value on the tentative assessed value is $170,543. Petitioner believes the fair market value is $145,000, which would be an assessed value of $93,525. Looks like it was purchased on January 1st of 1980 for $11,500. And what do you have for rents there total?
So I can give you, there's 3 separate leases, and I have the 3 pages here. The 2-bedroom is $850. The studio is $450, so that's 13, and the 1-bedroom $700, so $2,000.
Okay. Okay.
Driveway there is shared with the neighbor, which makes it difficult when you have 3 tenants that want to have 3 cars. There's not enough parking, inadequate parking, so then you have to use the street parking.
Okay.
Okay? And again, that's a 9 cap. And that
And you're over on occupied,
yes.
I bet you're one,
What's that?
I bet you're one is an apartment
Yeah, all the time.
over that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, 507 South Beach Street rear. What size is this property?
1 family.
1 family. Current tentative assessed value, 75,000. Land value,
6,000.
6,000. That would be a market value of $116,279. Petitioner believes the fair market value is $85,000, which would be an assessed value of $54,825. And purchase of July of 2007, 28.5. Okay.
So this is a very unusual circumstance, and 85, you might say, seems low for a 1-family house. But what really this is, I believe, an old carriage house. It's behind the house. So in other words, it has no street frontage. So to get to it, and the reason I purchased it was because I own the house in front, which is Cherry Street, and to get to this house, you have to go on a easement over to get to this house. And we used to have all kinds of fights, and I just finally just said enough is enough. I'm not going to fight any longer. I bought the house. It's rented for $1,200 a month. It's hard to rent. It has no street frontage, which creates, I mean, on one hand, it's romantic and great. You're behind there, you know, but on the reality is, all it does is invite break-ins and crime. The house next door is owned by Housing Visions. It's an apartment building. It's just a nightmare. It drives more of my tenants away than you can ever imagine. They're screaming, yelling, trash all over. Complaints go unanswered, and if it wasn't a situation where I own the front house, I would never be in the situation of owning this house. You really can't make any money or break even on it. And you look at the cap, in that area it's a 9 cap at best, and it doesn't justify, it really doesn't justify owning it. So
You trying to sell it?
I'm not selling it because the front house is ours. When I bought that house, my front 2 apartments would fight all the time with the people in the back because of the driveway. So.
Well, certainly when you sell it, you'll sell it as a package.
That's correct. It has to go as a package.
All right. Then we have 713 South Beach Street.
I think you missed 711 South Beach.
We got them in reverse order.
Yes, no problem. let's go to 711, then we'll go to 713. Yep. What type, size property is this?
One family.
One family. Current tentative assessed value, 105,000 with a land value of?
Well, I'm just, I'd have to get back to you on that one.
Okay.
Is it on Gov?
Yeah, well, it should be, but I thought I had them all, but. You said it was a one family, right?
It was out of order.
Yeah, I don't have that one. I don't believe.
Current current tentative assessed value, $105,000. Once again, this is 711. That would be a market value of $162,791.
Oh, 711, I apologize. Land value is 9,700.
700, okay, thank you.
Wait, 711 is a one family?
Yeah.
South Beach?
What do you have it as?
We have it as a two family. We have 713 as a two family. We have 715 as a two family. So 711 is a one?
So, okay, it's a little bit more confusing. 711 is a single-family house, okay? There's the garage behind it that does have a...
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yep. With above the garage.
Yeah,
Okay. Gotcha. Yep.
yeah. So,
Is that being rented out?
yes,
And so is it reflect, so you're treating everything as one
I guess so, yes.
as far as your numbers are
Yes,
concerned?
yes,
Okay,
yeah.
all right. So, again, assessed value 105,000 tentative, market value 162,791. Petitioner believes the fair market value is 125,000. Okay, let's see here, 711, right? Right, 125,000. That would be an assessed value of 80,625. Okay, and we've got purchase price 1981 at 12.5, and then so this has second floor of a garage that's rented,
Yes.
and then so what's the total rent?
The total rent, if you combine the two,
Right.
is $1,700 a month.
Includes second floor garage.
So, the, if you want to look at the floor plan, or you don't have it, but on the second floor of 711 South Beach, you have a bedroom that's 70 square feet, as an example, and one bedroom that's approximately 100 square feet. So, you know, this is a case where we're renting to two people as opposed to three-person. It is a three-bedroom, but you can't, no one's going to rent it as a three-bedroom.
On the floor plan, I've got 1 through 4 bedrooms.
So, because this is for a these plans that we made out were for certificate of suitability, so the rule is you really have to submit everything or you lose it. So we labeled things that were not bedrooms as bedrooms. So if the first floor, we labeled that as a bedroom, as opposed to inner parlor, outer parlor. It's a Queen Anne Victorian. And the second floor, we have 3 bedrooms, but nobody can use bedroom 3 or 4. So what they're actually using is bedroom 2, which is 11 feet 4 inches by 13 feet 4 inches, and then bedroom 1,
Okay.
and that's 2 people.
Okay. And that's 1,700 plus.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, then to 713,
Yes. 2 family.
2 family. Okay, 2 family, current tentative assessed value $110,000, land value
7,000.
7,000. Okay, so on that 713, that would be a market value of $170,543. Petitioner believes the fair market value is $115,000, which would be an assessed value of $74,175. Okay. And we have a purchase price of $13,750 in 2002. Okay.
So if you look at the floor plan on this one, they're identical, 1 and 2. The bedroom number 1, let's go in order, is 9 feet 5 inches times 11 feet 5 inches, which equals 109 feet, call it 110 feet. Bedroom number 2 is 9 feet 5 inches by 8 feet 0 inches. You multiply that out, and again, rounding is 76 square feet. I believe the legal size, including the closet, is 90 square feet in the city of Syracuse. So what would you like to call that? It's not a legal bedroom. On OnGov, they're assessing me as if since it's a 2-family, first floor, second floor. So these are rented to one person, because no one can live in a 76 square foot, and there's not even a closet in this if you look at the diagram, which is correctly drawn. So it's a gross of 76 square feet, not a legal bedroom.
Okay.
Okay? But it is, on OnGov is 4 bedrooms, rented to one person in each apartment.
Okay, I made a note of that. And what do we have for total rents?
$1,700 per month,
Total.
total.
Okay. Okay, 715 South Beach. I think this is a 2-family also.
Yes.
We have current tentative assessed value of $100,000 with a land value of
10,000.
10,000. That would be a market value of $155,039. Petitioner believes the fair market value is $110,000, which would be an assessed value of $70,950. We have a purchase price of $55,955 in March of 2009. And what's the total rents there?
So, okay, this is the one exception. We do pay the utilities to the person on the first floor, for the first floor apartment. And I didn't realize that when I made the statement earlier, that everything was plus utilities. We pay the entire utilities for the first floor tenant. He pays $900 a month, including all utilities. The second floor is $750 per month. And I'd like to draw your attention to both OnGov and the floor plans.
That's the total rent?
On the second floor apartment is $750, plus the first floor of $900, including utilities. It's $1,650.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, yeah. But that's the one exception. It's that we pay all the utilities on the first floor.
Okay.
He's a handicapped person, and he's been there quite a while. So OnGov says we have 4 bedrooms in this property. It's actually a 2-bedroom on the first floor and a 1-bedroom on the second floor. 2 plus 1 is 3, not 4. And if you look at the floor plan on the first floor, one of the bedrooms on the first floor is also 64 square feet, an illegal sized bedroom. So I'm counting that bedroom, by the way, as bedroom, one of the 3 bedrooms.
Okay.
Okay?
I see that on the floor plan. Okay. Next property we have is 412-14 Cherry Street.
Yes.
Okay. What size property is this?
2-family.
2-family. We have a current tentative assessed value of $90,000 with a land value of
$7,400.
$7,400. That would be, let's see, 412 Cherry. That would be an assessed value, I'm sorry, a market value of $139,535. Petitioner believes the fair market value is $125,000, which would be an assessed value of $80,625. Then we have a purchase price of $1,545 in 1987. And the rents there?
The rents here are total for the 2 apartments, $1,700 per month.
Okay.
This is the one I mentioned earlier. We used to rent this as a 3-bedroom, and we just gave up, and now we rent it as a 2-bedroom, the apartments. The middle bedroom is way too small. It's under 90 square feet, including the closet. This is the front building to the previous, that back building at 507 South Beach.
Basically what you're saying there, or assessing, is that back in the day, there wasn't the competition, and so the students pretty much had to accept it.
Correct.
But that's not the case anymore because of the increased inventory, and therefore you're having to make up for that in consolidation, which would equate to some lower rents.
Correct. And it's not just the competition, it's the new norm. The new norm, which is 150 square feet for a bedroom. If you don't have 150 square feet, you can't have the big bed. It's as simple as that. So it's competition and the new norm for SU students.
Yeah. What do you say to that, Ann? I know you might address it in your closing comments, but what do you do? Are we changing here, or what's your thoughts?
I think we're going to have to address it with zoning and codes. I mean, if it's not a legal bedroom, then we may have to revisit how we're inventorying, versus, yeah, you're walking into, open floor plans and all that, but there are still students that, like or can't afford the, so, but yes, I think we're going to have to revisit if it's not a legal bedroom, then, again, sometimes if it's not legal, we're still going, if they're renting it, whether it's legal or not, that's
we're
that's
taking
kind of
the income into consideration.
Right.
Okay.
So,
What about the new norm, though? That's, the harder.
right. And, I've heard that a couple of those new developers are saying they're not built, it's not going to be student housing.
Right. Right. But they also say that
Conveniently, it's,
it's whoever shows up with money.
Right.
And income qualifies. But the other thing is, which the real monkey on, which the city won't address, is the new housing, which are apartments, they're renting out as rooms, which is totally illegal because we can't do it. If you look at our certificate of suitability, we have to rent an apartment with no bedroom locks on doors, okay? It's one lease. They have 4 separate leases in a 4-bedroom, and nobody says anything. And we compete with that. How can we compete with that?
right.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, there are advertisements up there that actually, not even, that say lock doors, each door has a lock.
right. And,
So-
and you want me to compete with that at $400 a bedroom? That's not, where they have 150 square feet plus a private bathroom, and they're not paying the property tax. They have a lock on the bedroom door. If we did that, we would be in violation of our C of S. They're not in the C of S area. That's why there's no inspections. There's no enforcement, I guess. You know better than I do.
You can't have locks on your doors?
It's totally illegal.
On the bedroom
On the
doors.
bedroom door. And
Because that's what codes in.
it says that in the C
says-
of S.
Yeah.
Our C of S is, if we put a lock on a bedroom door, okay? If we put one on the bedroom door, our C of S is void. It says it right in the certificate of suitability.
Yeah, at the end of the day, though, there's students that are putting locks on the door.
Landlord can't do it.
Right, get it.
Landlord cannot do it. And in fact, Matt told me when I wanted to change the 418s to 210, he said, we're going to schedule a tour. We'll go through all your 418s. And if there's any locks on any bedroom doors, we're not going to change it. You talked to Matt. That's what he told me.
It's dangerous.
What's
It's dangerous
to put one on?
to not be allowed to have one.
Okay.
I'm not arguing
A
that.
few more Idaho deals, and
Oh yeah.
that rule's
We'll
going
be,
to change.
you'll be, landlords will be handing out 2 locks. Here's extra locks.
Exactly.
But no, in all honesty, we have to take them off. If we see them, we have to take them off. It's illegal to have bedroom
Yeah.
door locks.
And you probably, and
We tell
at
them.
at the turnover, I'm sure you're doing that.
That's correct. Or if we see them before.
Maybe I'm missing something.
You're not missing anything. Read I wish I brought one with me. I didn't bring the certificate of suitability, but I can certainly supply you with one. Every single one says it has to be one group, one factual, functional equivalent of a family, one lease, no locks on bedroom doors. Says it right in the certificate of suitability. All these properties have to have a C of S. They all have to have a rental registry. Unless it's a three-family, then you have to have a C of C. That's the law.
All right, let's,
We're in 417 Cherry.
417 Cherry Street. What size is this?
This is a two-family. It was a one-family originally. We got permission to turn it to a two-family.
Okay. Current tentative assessed value, $100,000 with a land value of, and
11,000.
11,000. That would be a market value of $155,039. Petitioner believes the fair market value is $110,000. That will be a $70,950 assessed value. And the on 12/17 of 2007, purchase price of $17,502. Rents there?
The rents there are $1,750 per month.
Okay. Any particulars there?
Yes. OnGov says there's 2.5 bathrooms. There's only 2 bathrooms. There's 1 bathroom in each apartment. This was a one-family that was cut to a two-family. They're relatively small units. Typically, we have 1 person in each apartment.
We're going to recommend an $80,000 assessment. And if I could interrupt, so the council's meeting in here at noon. I'm not sure what time they start, but in the interest of speeding things along, because we've only got maybe through 10, and we still have almost 25, at least 25 more to go. So I just want to just bring that to the board, you know.
Okay. You said recommend 80,000?
Yes.
Can you tell me what the full market value would be at that?
Yes. I'd say, what, about 125,000, roughly?
Yep, yes, 124.
Okay, well, we'll just continue to try to move it along as quick as possible and then go from there, I guess.
So, okay, let me just do a time check. It's what time? 10:40?
Yeah.
Okay.
10:40.
Yeah.
Excuse me one second. Michelle, will you just ask the council office what time they'll start filtering in here? Because
Yeah.
they'll come in here like gangbusters, I have a feeling, but just, you know.
Okay.
What's on the agenda today?
Lots.
Oh, yeah?
They come in at 12 and then the official voting's at 1, so.
Okay, nope, all right.
Okay.
All right, recommend 80,000, which is a market value of about 124,000. Okay, next one, 418 Cherry Street to South Beach Street. Size of this?
2 family.
Family. Current assessed value, tentative 90,000 with a land value of
8,800.
8,800. That would be a market value of 139,535. Petitioner believes the fair market value is 125,000. That would be 80,625 assessed value. Purchase price $49,999 in 1985. Total rents,
Is $1,700 per month.
1,700. And I would say just try to give us
Yeah.
some brief particulars.
Sure.
If-
Yeah, this one, typically one person in each apartment because is a bedroom that's under 100 square feet
Okay,
on each floor, obviously. Okay.
very good. 509 Columbus Ave.
Was a one-family that we successfully converted to a two-family with one bedroom in each apartment.
Okay.
We're going to recommend a value of 75,000 on this.
A assessed value?
This has value of 75.
Which would,
$116.
Market value of 116. Okay, just to read some numbers, 90,000 current tentative assessed value, land value is
7,500.
7,500. Fair market value from petitioner 110,000, which would be 139,535.
Start at noon, but we need to get in here to start setting things up and everything around 11:30.
Okay. I think we'll be all right.
I think we're okay.
Rents there?
Rents here are $1,500 per month.
Okay. Dan's recommended 75,000 assessed value.
Do you have a purchase price
Yes, catch me, please. 24,899 in 2011. 511-13 Columbus Ave. What size is this?
Two-family.
Family. Current tentative assessed value 75,000 with a land value of
8,200.
8,200. Petitioner believes the fair market value is 110,000. That's let's see. So on 75,000, market value is 116,279. 110,000 market value for the petitioner, 70,950 assessed value. Rents on that?
The rents on this are $1,700 a month.
1,700 plus utilities, and purchase price 37.5 in 2008.
I'm sorry, what's your address again?
511-13 Columbus Ave.
And this one also has two bedrooms that are under 100 square feet and one person in each apartment.
What was the rent again?
$1,700 a month for two apartments.
Thank you.
Yes. Next one, 544 Columbus Ave. Size of this?
This is a two-family house.
Okay. Current tentative assessed value 95,000 with a land value of
9,500.
500. So that would be a market value of 147,287. Petitioner believes the fair market value is $100,000. And that would be 64.5 on an assessed value. Purchase price of $41,251 in 2019.
That was the last house that I purchased, you asked.
Okay.
Okay.
And what's the rents on that?
$1,600 per month.
We're gonna make a recommendation of 80,000 assessment on this, which would be a market value of 124.
Okay. (556-58) Columbus Ave,
Two-family house.
two-family. Current tentative assessed value $89,000 with a land value of
8,000.
$8,000. Market value $137,984. Commissioner believes the fair market value is $125,000, which would be an $80,625 assessed value. Paid $44,900 in 2008. And then the rents there.
The rents at this two-family are $2,000 a month, and I just want to bring your attention, there are one bedroom on each floor. I'm looking, and these drawings in this were, I didn't do these, I did not have them done on this house that came with the building, but it shows 7 feet by 11 feet, which is 77 square feet. So there are 2 bedrooms that are under 90 square feet.
Okay. Next property, 107 Dell Street and Columbus Ave,
It's a 3-family house.
three-family. Current tentative assessed value $109,000 with a land value of
8,300.
$8,300. Petitioner believes the fair market value is $168,992. I take that back. $109,000 current tentative assessed value, which would be a market value of $168,992. Petitioner believes the current market value is $145,000, which would be a assessed value of $93,525, $93,525. Purchase price $25,000 in 2002, and rents there.
The 3 apartments, total rents $2,700 plus utilities. And OnGov shows we have 8 bedrooms, and the floor plans show 6 bedrooms. It's a 3, a 2, and a 1. It was originally a 1-family house, cut to a 3-family before my time, and it's a total of, like I say, 6 bedrooms, not 8 bedrooms, which is a significant difference in valuation. At $40,000 a bedroom, there's 80 grand right there.
Okay.
And no fireplaces. You show 2 fireplaces.
Okay. 112 Dell Street.
2-family house.
Okay. Current tentative assessed value $85,000 with a land value of
6,300.
$6,300. 131,783 market value off of the current tentative assessed value of 85,000. Petitioner believes the market value is 110,000, which would be 70,950 assessed value. Purchase price of 11,500 in 1982, and total rents there.
Total rents are $1,700 per month plus utilities.
Okay.
This has 2 bedrooms under 90 square feet. The second floor tenant works, his former example was at SU, lives by himself. First floor is a couple. The couple's moving out, moving to larger square footage, another one of our apartments, and the second floor tenant is threatening if we raise the rent where he's going to leave. So it's one of those tough situations with a illegally sized bedroom.
Okay. 118 Dell Street.
2-family house.
Okay. Current tentative assessed value $95,000 with a land value of?
Oh, I'm sorry, 7,800.
7,800. Again, 118 Dell. That would be a market value of $147,287. Petitioner believes the fair market value is $125,000, which would be $80,625 assessed value. Petitioner paid $49,999 in 1985, and then we have rents of.
The rents for the 2 apartments are $2,000 per month plus utilities.
$2,000 plus utilities. Okay.
These, both apartments, you could see in the floor plans, they have a bedroom under 90 square feet. It's approximately 85 square feet. The bedroom number 3 in the floor plan, they're, like I say, 2 bedrooms under 90 square feet. Very difficult to rent to 3 people. Typically, 2 people or a couple will rent those apartments.
Okay. 123 Dell Street. What size is that?
2-family house.
2-family. Current tentative assessed value is $79,000 with a land value of?
9,000.
9,000. Okay, 123. That would be a market value of $122,481. Petitioner believes the fair market value is $110,000, which would be a assessed value of $70,950. We have a purchase price of $17,500 in 1980, and the rents there.
So the rents here are $1,600 per month plus utilities, and I'll give you a little background what this really is. It's a 1-family house. The front of the house is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath apartment. The back is the extended kitchen / living room that's been converted, not by me, but previous owner, into a studio apartment on the back. So it's therefore a legal 2-family house. We tried raising the rent on the back apartment, and the tenant said, "I'm out of here." She's paying $600 a month currently. It's just too small to be a normal apartment.
Okay. All right. Then we have 129 Dell Street. This, what size is this?
Two-family house, I apologize.
It's okay. I just want to,
Yeah.
it says residence and then
Yeah.
it doesn't tell me
Yeah.
anything. So, on the application. Current tentative assessed value 79,000 with a land value of
8,800.
8,800. $129 Dell Street. That would be in a market value of 122,481. Petitioner believes the fair market value is 110,000, which is 70,950 assessed value. Purchase price 17,500 in 1980, and then the rents on this.
The rents are $1,700 a month plus utilities.
Okay.
This, again, is small bedroom, two-family. Originally was built as a one-family, cut to a two. We have one person in each apartment because the bedrooms are so small.
Okay. 2406 East Genesee Street. What size is this?
One family.
One family. Current tentative assessed value $71,000 with a land value of
9,400.
9,400. Market value $110,078. Petitioner believes the fair market value is 90,000, which is an assessed value of $58,050. Purchased it for $19,000 in 2008, and the rent's there.
$1,000 a month plus utilities. And this one, on Gov says it's 1.5 baths, it's one bathroom.
Okay. Very good. Moving along. 2424 East Genesee Street. Size of this?
One family.
Family. Current tentative assessed value $80,000 with a land value of
9,100.
9,100. Market value $124,031. Petitioner believes the fair market value is $90,000, which is a assessed value of $58,050. Petitioner paid $30,000 in 2012, and rents on this?
$1,000 per month.
Okay.
No floor plans for this and the previous because that's not the C of S neighborhood. It's outside the neighborhood.
Okay. 250 Greenwood Place. Size of this?
One family.
Current tentative assessed value $103,000 with a land value of
15,300.
15,300. Market value, $159,690. Petitioner believes the fair market value is $140,000, which would be an assessed value of $90,300. Let's see, you paid $1 in 2014.
Overpaid.
I hear you. Rents on that?
1,700.
Okay. Other than overpaying, is there anything else?
No.
Okay. 126 Harvard Place. Size of this?
This is a one-family house.
Current tentative assessed value $110,000 with a land value of
15-1.
1,100. 26 Harvard Place. Market value $170,543. Petitioner believes the fair market value is $150,000. That'd be an assessed value of $96,750. Purchase price $15,1985. And rents on this.
$2,000 per month plus utilities.
Okay. Anything on this?
No floor plans. It's not in the C of S district. It's just outside the district.
Okay, 204 Harvard Place. Size of it?
One family house.
Current tentative assessed value $122,000 with a land value of?
I don't have this one.
Okay.
But I get points, right, for all the other ones?
Yes, you are positive as positive. No worries. Okay, so 204 Harvard Place. Market value $189,147. Petitioner believes the fair market value is $150,000, which would be a assessed value of $96,750. Purchase price of $28,000 in 2004, and the rents here.
$2,000 per month.
Okay. $859 Lancaster Ave.
One family house.
Okay. Gotta get to it. Okay, current tentative assessed value $120,000, land value
12,600.
12,600. $859. You have a market value of $186,047. The fair market value is $150,000, would be $96,750 assessed value. Purchase price $13,500 in 1986, and the rent's there, please.
$1,425 plus utilities.
1,425 plus utilities. Okay. 205 Harvard Place. Size of it?
One family house.
One family house. Current tentative assessed value $120,000 with a land value of 12,600.
1,425. So, if I may add, this is a 3-bedroom bungalow up on the hill. There's no off-street parking. So the ceilings are not full height on the second floor. So they're in the eaves. If you take what the city assessor's office says the new value is, divide by 3, that's over $60,000 per bedroom, with no off-street parking, with not full height bedrooms, 1 bathroom, up on a hill with no parking. It's just
No, so street parking.
street parking if you can get it on Lancaster Avenue. Yes, good luck.
Okay, okay,
Yep.
okay. 163 Lancaster Avenue.
One family house.
One family. Okay. Current tentative assessed value of $138,000 with a land value of
15.3.
$15,300. So 963. That would be a market value of $213,953. Petitioner believes the fair market value is $180,000, which would be an assessed value of $116,100. Purchase price $19,500 in 1985, and rents.
The rents here are, sorry, I was focusing on something else.
All right.
The rents are $2,375 per month plus utilities.
$23.75 plus.
So this house has usually the houses have bedrooms that are 110, 125, even up to 150 square feet. These bedroom sizes in these older, functionally obsolete houses, not just the apartments is the point I'm trying to make. This is, I want to read the actual size of the bedroom. So there's 4 bedrooms on the second floor, and they're all 10.5 feet by 10 feet. There's 4 at that size. So it's about 100 square feet, a little bit larger.
Okay.
So it's not going to go to the student that has the king-size bed, for sure.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you for that. 965 Lancaster Ave.
One family house.
Okay. Current tentative assessed value, $140,000, the land value of?
No have.
That's
I know.
965.
Out of 39. Hopefully, that's all.
Fair market value of $217,054. Petitioner believes the fair market value is $180,000. $116,100 assessed value. We have a purchase price of $25,000 in 1985, and the total rents there.
$2,375 plus utilities.
Okay.
Hold on one sec. OnGov says we have 2.5 bathrooms. We have 1.5 bathrooms, not 2.5. 2 of the bedrooms are very small. One is not even the legal size. The one on the back, bedroom number 4, is under 90 square feet.
Okay. $969-71 Lancaster. The size of this?
This is a two-family house.
We have a current tentative assessed value of $150,000 with a land value of
10.5.
$10,500. Okay, so this is, once again, 969. That would be a market value of $232,558. Petitioner believes the fair market value is $210,000, which would be a assessed value of $135,450. The purchase price, $55,000 in 2000, the year 2000, and then the rents.
The rents are $3,500 per month plus utilities.
Okay.
And these are each flat, one of the bedrooms is approximately 105 square foot, which it's very hard to rent because nobody wants a bedroom that small.
However, you're getting $3,500 for these,
We are.
for this house.
Yeah.
Good. All right, 1020 Madison Street. This is a
Two-family house.
two-family?
Sorry.
It's okay. Two-family. Current tentative assessed value, $147,000. Land value,
9,500.
$500. Okay, 1020 Madison. That would be a market value of $227,907. Petitioner believes the fair market value is $130,000, which would be an assessed value of $83,850. We have a purchase price of $14,500 in 1998, and we have total rents.
$2,550 plus utilities.
Okay.
So this is a very unusual circumstance, and the best comparison is Franco's Pizza on East Genesee Street, which they were offered $2 million when Peak was putting together the Theory building. Now their property is worth about $1 million because it's surrounded by Theory apartment building. This building has no off-street parking. It's being surrounded by, I don't know, what he calls his company. Jack Mamie is building to the west, to the south, and around it. So I feel that the city has assessed it as if it was going to be future development land, but now everything is being developed around it. So we're basically an island, and there's nothing we can do. We have to base it upon our income. We're getting $425 a bedroom there, and we're locked in. We can't build this way. That we're completely surrounded by the developer named Jack Mamie. So we have 2 bedrooms, one on each floor, that they're under 90 square feet. So
Jack hasn't offered you. I'm surprised just because he's just a dumb kid,
yeah.
according to him.
That was my thought as well, but...
No, the only thing he offered to do was cut down my black walnuts in the front for free. And I said, well, what about the wood? He said, well, he would take it for the cost of cutting the trees down. I said, well, then I'll take it and build furniture.
Yeah.
It's not that
Guess it
dumb.
wasn't
Yeah.
for free. Okay, 1311 Madison Street,
Two-family house.
two-family. Current tentative assessed value, $112,000 with a land value of
10.6.
$10,600. Okay, 1311 Madison, that would be a market value of 178,643. I'm sorry, 173,643. Petitioner believes the fair market value is 150,000, which would be a assessed value of 96,750. Purchase price, 51,600 in 2012. Rents on that?
The total rents are $2,600 per month plus utilities.
Okay.
Again, each apartment with a very small bedroom makes it difficult to rent.
Okay. 1335 Madison Street. Size of this?
One family house.
One family. Current tentative assessed value of 100,000 with a land value of
10,000.
10,000. Okay, 35. That would be a market value of $155,039. Petitioner believes the fair market value is $135,000, which would be an assessed value of $87,075. Purchase price, $74,807 in 2010, and the rents there,
The rents there are $2,000 per month plus utilities.
$2,000 even,
Yes.
plus utilities. Okay. Next property, 833-35 Sumner Ave,
Three-family house.
three-family. Current tentative assessed value, $240,000 with a land value of
13.3.
$13,300. 833 Sumner. That's a market value of $372,093. Petitioner believes the fair market value is $290,000. That would be an assessed value of $187,050. Purchase price of $215,000 in 2019, and the rents there.
$4,000 per month plus utilities.
Okay. $107 Trinity Place. Size of this?
This is a two-family house.
Current tentative assessed value $120,000 with a land value of
9,500.
$500. Okay, 107 Trinity, that would be a market value of $186,047. Petitioner believes the fair market value is $150,000, which would be $96,750 assessed value. We have a purchase price of $60,000 in 2006, and then the rents there.
$2,400 per month plus utilities. And this one has 4 bedrooms that are less than 100 square feet each, 2 of which I believe, and I'm going to go to my floor plan again, 2 of which, I'm incorrect. I was going to say under 90 square feet, but I'm not correct. They're 92 square feet.
Okay. Got some small bedrooms.
Yes.
Okay. 116 Victoria Place,
One-family house.
one family. Current tentative assessed value $128,000 with a land value of
15-1.
$15,100. That would be a market value of $198,450. Petitioner believes the fair market value is $150,000. That would be an assessed value of $96,750. We got a purchase price of $25,000 in 1979, and what do we have for rents?
$2,000 per month plus utilities.
Okay. So we got 4 more left, it appears. So we're just gonna do it. Size of 118 Victoria Place,
One-family house.
family. Current tentative assessed value of $122,000 with a land value of
15-1.
$15,100. Okay, 118. We have a market value of $189,147. Petitioner believes the fair market value is $160,000, which would be an assessed value of $103,200. We have a purchase price of $20,000 in 1981, and we have rents of
$2,000 per month plus utilities.
okay. Next property, 125 Victoria Place,
A one-family house.
one family. We have current tentative assessed value of $112,000 with a land value of
15-3.
$15,300. 25. That would be a market value of $173,643. Petitioner believes the fair market value is $150,000, which would be an assessed value of $96,750. We have a purchase price of $15,000 in 1984, and we have rents of
$2,000 per month plus utilities.
okay. We have 450 Westcott Street,
Two-family house.
two family. Current tentative assessed value of $106,000 with a land value of
9,500.
$9,500. That would be a market value of $1,341. 164,341. Petitioner believes the fair market value is 135,000. That would be an assessed value of $87,075. We have a purchase price of $25,000 in 2002, and then a rents.
The rents are per month $2,400 plus utilities, the two apartments.
Okay. 2,400 plus.
If you look at the floor plans that were drawn by somebody else, but actually, we also had them drawn, but there are 2 bedrooms that are undersized in that unit. They don't look like I don't believe there are 90 square feet.
Okay. Okay, last property, 569-71 Westmoreland Avenue,
2-family house.
2-family. Current tentative assessed value, $95,000.
Land is 10,900.
10,900. So that would be a market value of $147,280. Petitioner believes the fair market value is $125,000, which would be an assessed value of $80,625. We have a purchase price of $14,500 in 2004, and then we have rents of
The rents for the 2 apartments are $2,200 per month plus utilities.
$2,200 per month plus utilities.
And there are no floor plans because this is not in the certificate of suitability area, but there are 2 small bedrooms, 1 in each flat.
And that was $2,200
Yes.
rents. Okay. So let me go to Ann. You wanted to make a final statement, I believe?
Yes. So with those small bedrooms, we will look into it as far as what's legal or what's not legal. Unfortunately, there are landlords up there, not quite as truthful as Mr. Roth. And second, if something is not legal, they're putting a tenant in there. Yes, it's not legal, but they're making money on it. So as far as Matt and I will look into it, for sure. I know my bedroom at home is 100 square feet. It's 10 by 10. I seem to be doing all right, but I'm not, a college kid. Maybe I need to move up there, but
Demand a king-size bed?
yeah. I made a list of comparables. As far as when the numbers were put on there, that we've sat before the board in the last couple weeks and heard that one neighborhood 27, which is South Beach, over there was the lowest neighborhood literally in the city. So we all kind of took an area of that and looked at that. I am going to submit sales. We also didn't realize the equalization rate was going to drop, almost 6%. So that timing is a little, again, not off. We still stand by our numbers. Here are 1, 2s, and 3 family sales, all in the area up there that would support our value. So I'll just give you. I apologize. You can see as I tried to make copies. Our copy broke on Friday, so it ate some of the paperwork. But
Well, that's,
we'll put
but that's the first file,
yeah.
and know that we'll refer to all the problems.
I didn't want to just keep for the sake of the trees. I just made, because it's going to pull the same comparables more or less. So I tried to get everything that was up there. So
Yeah, that's no problem. Does that take care of your statement?
yeah, and I will. The couple that were off by the bedroom count, I will definitely get back to the board, because that's that one with 2 bedrooms. That,
Yeah.
you're absolutely right, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so,
They're going to start coming in
Yeah,
with just
yeah.
a very brief final statement, if you like.
Yeah, one thing I did not bring up, you asked for, or on the form it asked for the deferred maintenance. I did list that on the income and expense sheet. It's there on the bottom in small print. I do have a comp that's coming in for a 2-family investor type thing at $50,000 in that area. And I'd like to get it to the board. I was out of town and I just couldn't get my hands on it, but I'll get it to,
yeah, you can bring it down and get it to Michelle.
okay.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Where, do you know?
Yeah, Columbus Avenue, right in the heart of most of my increases.
Right.
So, yeah, it's 50 grand for 3, and they're 3-bed, 3-bed. It's not like a 1-1 or 2-2. So 50
Okay.
grand. The comps, again, I strongly urge you to look at what the financing was, whether it was an owner-occ or investor. Very strong look at the financing. Was it 4%? Was it 6%? That's very important. And then finally, I have down here all my income, all my expenses. You did make a statement, John, that, well, rent's like that. Yeah, the rent's like that, but yes, the expenses like that too. So you have to look at income, expenses, and you also have to look at the NOI, and you have to look at, is it an 8 cap, a 9 cap? Maybe today it's a 10 cap. Maybe the 8 is out, maybe it's 9 and 10. So, but yeah, that's my thoughts.
All right, excellent. For the record, my name is Joe,
Oh,
but that's quite all right. Because I can assure you I've been called much worse.
I don't know why I thought it was John saying.
And it's only 11 o'clock, so we got the rest of the day.
Wow. Well, then we
know.
did good, because if it's only 11.
Well, it's 11:30. Yeah, no, that was, very much appreciate all of your time and everything that you submitted. And again, I'll reiterate that, you give us a lot of information, and we appreciate that.
Yeah.
We'll take everything that you've submitted and said, the city has submitted, and we will take these one at a time and do the best we can to come up with the value that we think it should be.
Okay.
All right?
Thank
Okay.
everybody. Thank you
Mr. Roth?
Thank you for recognizing that you believe what I say
Oh.
is true as opposed to other people, and I really appreciate it. I mean, that to me makes more. That makes me feel good, because I have been doing this a long time, and my word, I live on my word. It's just, as John will tell you.
That's Joe.
Joe Black will tell you.
All right, thank you.
Maybe that's where I got the John from.
Norm,
I'm going to go
if you
ahead
just want to stop over here, I'll just have you sign this paper once, so that
and so
we officially have you signed it.
should we, if you want more coffee, you're more than welcome. Should we adjourn the meeting then? We all set? All right, then I have one question as far as tomorrow's concerned. I'd like to have a motion to adjourn the meeting today.
So moved.
Okay, second? And
No,
all in favor?
Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays.
Aye.
Just sign on any of the
Opposed?
lines.
Abstain?
Yep,
Okay, motion carries. Meeting is adjourned today.
perfect. Thank you so
everybody.
much.